Hello friends, it's your favorite neighborhood nerd Simone, and today I want to show you how I set up this traveler's notebook. It is the Diners edition, and I'm using it as my ephemera holder. I've put so many different things in there and I think it's genius, so I thought I would finally film a separate video about this to show you how genius it actually is. So, what do I have in here? Let me show you the notebooks first and then the rest of the stuff that I have put around here. So, the notebooks consist of 3 different notebooks. They are all the sticker release paper insert from Traveler's Notebook. These 2, they are on one elastic together, like so. And then I've looped them onto this Traveler's Notebook insert. Everything is really slidey in here because there's quite a bit of plastic in here, so it doesn't always stay the way it's supposed to be, so I have to adjust sometimes, but I don't really mind. I still love what I did here. So this is basically the basis of this whole thing. And then in a stationery subscription box, I got this peelable sticker book, which is the same thing, just maybe a B6 slim size, possibly. I don't really mind that it's a different size. So I just put this on the elastic that these 2 notebooks are looped under. And so now I have a total of 3 sticker release notebooks. I also have some clips on here that I put washi strips on, or stickers that don't fit anywhere that I might want to use sometime. I have this catnap thing here from Foxglove and Fennel, and then here I have the dog one, which both fell off. But these clips are awesome to tuck under some things that don't fit anywhere else, and also make them still visible, because pockets, I have found, are really not good for visibility. So I have this here. Then I have this. This is a business card holder that I had acquired somewhere and never used. And so I basically just ripped off the business card holder thing from its cover and slid it under here. And what I'm keeping in here, and I just think that's so cool. I never thought of using this for that, but it works so well. It makes all of those stickers so visible. So I just put in each one of those compartments, I put a sticker. These are Brandy Kincaid. A lot of the stuff that I have in here is from my friend Brandy Kincaid, who ships out the Extravagant Hope mailer every month. I've been a subscriber basically since the beginning. It's extremely affordable. I love it. I love this reminder to change and rethink my perspective on life all the time. And so I get this. This is a really good plug. If you haven't checked out her Instagram, her website, please do so. She deserves all the love that she can get. So, as I said, a lot of this stuff is from Brandy Kincaid, but there's so many other things in here, and I just want to flip through this so you can see how it works for me. I have these little cards that I can stick into my journal. These are journaling spots. Just tuck them in here. This is a washi sticker, a regular sticker, then a stamp that I stamped on paper. I just cut it and put it here. More stickers. This is art that I made, a sticker that I made. printables that I cut down and stuck in here. Yeah, so this is from a magazine that I cut out. So I'm sticking these things in here that fit. It doesn't really matter what it is. This is a paper piece that I want to use someday. Stickers that I receive from friends. Again, magazine cut out, more stickers from friends. All the stuff that I never really knew where to put, I put into this business card holder. And because it's not in a separate thing, it fits in here. And let me show you the material that the business card holder was made of. It was very similar to this. The business card holder that I purchased was at Daiso, and it was just basically melted to the cover like so. And if I just ripped it off, and I actually brought this here because there is one of these in here as well. So if you can get a cheap business card holder where you can detach the cover from the whole thing, this works really well. It fits in here. It's not as tall as a traveler's notebook, but who needs that? Oh, there is sticky notes here, die cuts from scrapbooking, like this one, this suitcase. I'm keeping this for when I'm traveling in the summer. I want to stick this in my notebook. Yeah, and so I filled up this half, and now back here there is more. And I just recently went through my whole box of extravagant hope stuff that I've collected throughout the years and just stuck these stickers in here because I'm finally using them, which is so cool. And now I still have quite a few pages left, so I'm going to add more and more and more until it's filled. And then while I'm using it, I'm also creating empty spaces. The idea is that at one point, this will be filled up all the way. And then maybe I will go through this every quarter, every 6 months, depending on how often I remove things. If I'm using this all the time and I'm creating empty spaces so I can restock, then I don't need to go through it and take out things that I probably won't be using. But if I notice at some point that it's stagnant and it's not fluid, then I would probably establish something like a purge. But right now, it's not necessary yet. So then around this whole thing, I have this Traveler's Company pouch thingy. This is the thing that I'm using the least. I have it in here because it makes most sense. So what I put in here is, this is a sticker sheet that I'm using to hold sticky notes. So that's why it's here. And then all those random and odd paper pieces that don't fit into this card holder. This is another one of those travel ephemera things that I want to use. So I have this big pocket here where I keep all of these types of things. And then over here, I am slowly adding, if somebody sends me washi sample cards, I'm adding them here. This is from one of the King Jim folders. What is this? I should use this. Oh my God, I didn't even know I had this. This is more sticker release paper if I needed more. Then I have one of those Kita tape things here. I love this. I need to use it. It's less visible, right? And then things that, again, do not fit into these. Look, it's dog washi tape. These are the things that I'm using the least because they're least visible in this whole notebook. I also still have quite a bit of room in the sticker books. This one is almost filled. There's only empty spaces. But when I stick things down, what I usually do is I stick them down where there is space so that it's never really, you know, I don't have certain sections. I just stick it down. It also makes it very enjoyable to flip through and discover things that I don't normally see because I don't have it sorted. So I don't go to that section only. I'm flipping through, looking for things that I could stick in. And I'm seeing, right now that I'm flipping through here, I'm seeing things that I'm like, you know what, I should use those wildflowers and maybe this mushroom soon. This one I thought I wanted to put washi stickers. And then here I was going to stick down and cut printed stickers. However, I'm very bad at that. And so there's not a lot in here yet, which is okay. I still have a lot of time. So I showed you the sticker books. I showed you inside the sticker books. I showed you, and now I'm showing you the last thing that is on the very outside of this. It just fits. So it bends over a tiny bit on the top of the bottom, and that's why I put it on the outside, because it's so tall. And this is the guts of one of these King Jim sticker notebooks. I actually did this on one of my snippets from my desk videos. I don't know if I can still find it, but I will show it to you. Again, because this is just basically melted to the spine, you can easily rip this out. I don't want to rip this out, so I'm leaving it like so. But I took this apart and stuck it in here because I noticed that I kept one of these with this ephemera notebook, and I always went into this, never looked here. And so I thought, if this would be in here, I would look. So that's what I did. So here is the last part of this. So there's some loose things that we can put away together so I can show you how I normally do this and how things fit. This is the very last part of this ephemera holder. Here is the King Jim insert. And again, I have sticker sheets here, or printed sticker sheets if they fit. And I'm trying to use up, and then when I'm looking through my own sticker sheet or I get new sticker sheets, I add them here so that I can make sure that I'm using all the things. This one I have had for almost a year, and I just don't seem to be able to use this, even though I've recently purchased a field guide to determine what things are, and I could actually, like, maybe if I talk about that, I could use some of this. So this side is completely filled up, and I started the other side, but there's only 2 sheets of paper here. So I still have all of this to fill with sticker sheets. And I just remembered earlier that since I've used all of those, I could just cut this and stick it in. So I will do that. And so I'm using, when I'm journaling in my regular journal, I take this and I have all the things that I need with me. I don't need to bring anything else but this insert or this traveler's notebook. And I have all the things that I want, which makes this so brilliant. I mean, yes, of course, I do still have things stuck somewhere else, but I don't need to bring them because I have such a huge variety of stuff to put in here that I don't need to anything else to reference or to pull from, because this is plenty. And I thought there was a, yes. I also really enjoy not putting like items with each other, because that makes the likelihood of me using some of the things bigger, because then I have to flip through and I'm exposed to so many other things, to so many different things. So, and then where could I put all of this? This is actually, this might also fit. Yep. This is a thick cardstock, so when I put this into my journal, I might rip this apart so that I can only use the thinner top layer of the cardstock here. See? This makes the item less bulky. And I also probably will just cut around the beetle and then just glue in the beetle. And I'm giving myself permission to do all of those things because I'd rather use it in some form than not use it at all. So there's also my philosophy on all the things. So these probably I'll stick in here together. These both won't fit. This is kind of a layering piece, I guess, because you can't write on there. Same with this one. So these I will put with all the other paper bits to this side. And then my friend, another friend, sent me washi samples. And I think what I'm going to do is just stick them here and start from the back here and add them to this page. I think I could use a clip, but that's it. If you still want to stay, you're more than welcome. But the bulk of this video is done. I'm so happy that I was able to show this to you. I think it's genius, and I get a lot of use out of it. So I hope that this was inspiring to you to make the things work for you that you have, so that your stuff that you enjoy using and that you bought for a reason will be able to be used. And I've seen an uptick in me using all of the things. And that's all I want, right? So I thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. This is a simple exercise of just peeling it off and sticking it in. I have a lot of space, so I'm not really looking to minimize or to maximize space. I'm trying to use all the space, but you know, if I have a lot of white space here, I'm sure that with time and with use, there will be gaps so that I can fill in more stickers. So I'm just gonna put these to the side. And then she also sent this. This is peon tape. I didn't know this existed. Now I feel like I need to buy more, but maybe I should just use this and see how it goes. And if it's going well and I get a lot of use out of this, maybe I can add this to my collection as well. Who knows? So yeah, how do you store all the stuff that you would like to use in your journals, and how is it going? Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope to see you again in another video. Take care. Bye.